Mike, I can't believe how happy I am that you've agreed to be here tonight to introduce me as honoree of this year's Hope Gala. You've always been smarter than me. You were Mom and Dad's favorite son. Our Labrador Retriever that lived with us for 21 years lived you with us. Wait a damn minute. When I asked you to help me with this, I didn't mean to be all about you. Let me handle this. Let's get something straight right now. The experience of having your family jewels rubbed with warm gel by a beautiful young medical technician on exactly 17 occasions. I was so mad at you, Dr. Krawicki, when you went from once a month to once a year. I said, can we talk about this? But anyway, all that is not worth having testicular cancer. I have to admit, those testicular ultrasounds, that's what they call them. I didn't. They were the only things that I did have to look forward to. After all, you know, I'm a half-full glass kind of guy. I would like to thank our kind sponsors. You know, I can't name everybody. The list is too long. Everybody knows. Please, everybody support them. Their generosity is shown tonight. And the live auction item is so nice. Thanks to Rue Morrison, you know, wonderful trip to Turkey. Eddie Scholler, such a kind guy. He hooked up with Luke. He helped us all out real good. We good old Southern quail hunt. Thanks to Barry Carr. Oh, I'm sorry, Barry. I knew I was going to mess up. You said don't say your name, but you know. It's plastered all over these walls, and I just want you to know that I love you, and I know you know that. Thanks to all the people that donated silent auction items. You know, they just poured in by the hundreds. You just couldn't keep up with all the, you know, the people that were trying to help. Please get out your cash and show them all your love. And I think they probably will take credit cards. I'm not sure. Rick Stone, you in here tonight? Take credit cards? All right. I'd like to thank my family, my wife, Jill, daughters, Lane and Melissa, for putting up with a pure maniac, because I know I am. I'd like to thank my parents for giving me the most loving childhood that a man could ask for. Thanks to my mother-in-law, Joan Green, for not running me off 40 years ago when I rang the doorbell to see her sweet, blue-eyed, beautiful daughter. And she was 13 years old. And I would also like to thank my sister-in-law, which is another Jill. She's Jill B. We got Jill A and Jill B. But for taking such good care of my brother in his times of need. Thank you, Garrett Collins, for coming here to support me tonight. And y'all better be real nice to him. He might be your next doctor, we don't know. I would like to thank all my friends for all the support. You know, y'all just turned out so well. And to see the friends that said they were coming just to see me mess up, I'm sure it's happened by now. And if it hadn't, y'all would stick around, up, go get a drink. It'll be here in a minute, I'm sure. I would like to honor the past honorees, acknowledge the past honorees. Sharon Knight, Don Shellhouse, Wyatt Mitchell, and Dr. Terry Krause and Ward Wright. Thanks to the American Cancer Society for funding research and providing information, comfort and courage to patients and families. Without your support, I would not be standing in front of you today. A special thank you to Dr. Krawicki. You knew it was coming, I warned you yesterday. And all the hematology oncology staff and nurses for making me feel so loved during my many long days in their care. Thanks to the good people at Phoebe Putney. Being able to have treatment at home is priceless. People gripe, you know, every time I open up the paper, it just makes me mad, I'm sorry. Phoebe has been my comfortable home away from home. I will always remember my caregivers there. Much love and appreciation. Thank y'all. Many people would say that the number one fear is getting cancer in their life. Folks would also say, short of death, that speaking in public comes in a close second to the things we fear. When I step down from the stage and I take my seat, unless I die, I fear up here while I stand here right now, I will have whipped both of these very real fears. What a night. Thank you, Mark. It's kind of strange coming out of your mouth when I call this. Given how this cancer was discovered and how I was admitted into the hospital, humor was how I had to treat this disease. I was admitted into the hospital as a pregnant man. My dear friend, gynecologist John Ricketson, admitted me into the hospital with my beta HCG out of whack, which that is the female hormone. I was effectively presenting as a pregnant male. John said he sure is glad he didn't have that baby because he damn sure wasn't delivering it. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Some people write their way through cancer like my brother did. Others cry their way through cancer and are miserable, making everybody around them miserable. I have gotten to where I am today by being crazy. I've screamed when I've been stuck, to a major dismay of a few young nurses. In the infusion suite, I am a maniac. I have kept people laughing, and as a result, I have been able to laugh too when I felt like crying. What I'm about to tell you might sound crazy, but if I could rewrite my life, I would write my life to include cancer. My brother told me about reading a book by Lance Armstrong, in which he said getting cancer was the best thing that ever happened to him. Mike told me one day, you're going to know how that feels. Cancer gave me hundreds and hundreds of hours with FaceTime with the people I love. The months I spent in the den with Jill, Wayne, Melissa, and our dog Lady are priceless. To some degree, I believe that cancer and my experience as a patient has played a part in Lane's decision to pursue a career in medicine. I've always had a lot of energy. When my girls were young, I was gone, working, hunting, fishing, playing golf, drinking beer, whatever. Cancer forced me to slow down and be present with my family. And that's a gift I will always treasure. Why did the American Cancer Society pick me? I've thought about that a lot since they asked me to be this year's honoree. This night is about raising money. It's not about me. I told them I looked like a big old yellow pile of corn. If you're going to get a big buck up there, you got to have some corn. I was looking to see if I was Jonas. I think they chose me because of the people I drink beer with in the afternoon on a regular. These people are some serious movers and shakers in this community. If they like me well enough to drink beer with me in the afternoon, sure, they'll pony up a few bucks to come to this. I like to thank my wife for being such a great caregiver. You can't go through cancer by yourself. No, wait, don't try. At the worst of it, when I developed mouth sores and I just couldn't swallow, couldn't eat, I refused to take the horse pills that were prescribed to me. Jill said, hold on. She knew I'd already locked up, so she said, hold on, I'll be right back. She took off, running around the house. She comes back with xylocaine and a Q-tip. She said, here you go, swab it and eat. And I looked up and I knew the next thing she was going to hand me was a baseball bat. But it worked. So that cancer has made me better. I want everyone in this room to know that having cancer does not mean you're a broken human. In fact, cancer makes you more able to love, easier to love, more compassionate, and more aware of your surroundings. Since cancer, We caught the 4th largest blue marlin ever caught in the Gulf of Mexico. Since cancer, I took all day journey, including 3 jungle landings in Costa Rica and 3 boat rides entering into the jungles of Nicaragua, never showing a passport. I was scared, Jack. How about you? I was scared to death. Since cancer, I have truly lived my life. Gazelles get up in the morning. They run to survive. When a lion gets up in the morning, they run to be able to eat. When I get up early in the morning, my feet hit the ground, I run because I love my life. I love my family, I love my friends, and I love the outdoors. I appreciate being honored here tonight in the presence of so many people who are important to me in my life. But there's one other thing I want to say, because I'm going to tell everybody here at one time, there's an ink pen. Everybody see an ink pen out on your table? Yeah. I'm going to get me before my friends get me. I got some more things to do. I will be going, having a little surgery. And if you look at your table, I know all my buddies are going to call me the Uniballer, so you all have a Uniball pen on your table. I'm going to get y'all before y'all get me. Please be generous tonight. Help us set a new Hope Gala goal. Thank you.